On October 27, 2018, at approximately 9:50 a.m., a gunman entered the Tree of Life Synagogue in the Squirrel Hill neighborhood of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Inside, 3 congregations were holding Shabbat morning services: Tree of Life, New Light, and Dor Hadash. Within minutes, 11 worshipers were killed, and 6 others were injured, including 4 responding police officers. It was the deadliest anti-Semitic attack in United States history. Among the 11 victims were several elderly couples. Others were longtime congregants and community volunteers. The people of Pittsburgh responded with unity and compassion, thousands gathering in candlelight vigils across faiths and backgrounds, standing together against hate. Messages of love and resilience filled the streets, proving that light will always rise above darkness. This memorial honors their lives, their faith, and their legacy. Each name tells a story, and every story deserves to be remembered. Join us in remembrance. Subscribe, share, and stand with all who honor victims of violence and those working for peace and healing. Joyce Feenberg, 75. Joyce was a retired research specialist who worked for decades at the University of Pittsburgh's Learning, Research, and Development Center. She was attending Saturday Shabbat services at Tree of Life Synagogue when the gunman entered and opened fire in the main sanctuary. Joyce was known for her intelligence, warmth, and devotion to her faith community. She spent her life helping others learn and grow, both through her research and her kindness. Dr. Richard Gottfried, 65. Dr. Gottfried, a beloved local dentist, was one of the 11 killed inside Tree of Life Synagogue. He was attending morning worship when the shooter moved through the sanctuary, firing indiscriminately. Richard was known for volunteering his dental skills to help the uninsured and for his service to multiple community organizations. He and his wife had been planning to retire soon to dedicate even more time to charitable work. Rose Mallinger, 97. At 97, Rose was the oldest victim of the Tree of Life Synagogue attack. She was a lifelong member, attending nearly every Sabbath service for more than 6 decades. She was killed in the sanctuary during the initial burst of gunfire as the shooter entered the main worship area. Rose was remembered for her humor, her deep faith, and her role as the matriarch of her family. Her daughter was also wounded in the attack. Dr. Jerry Rabinowitz, 66. Dr. Rabinowitz was a respected family physician known for his compassion and advocacy for patients, especially during the HIV/AIDS crisis. He was inside Tree of Life Synagogue when the shooting began and was killed as the attacker fired into multiple rooms of the building. Jerry was known to always respond first in moments of need. Colleagues said he lived his life running toward people, not away. Cecil Rosenthal, 59. Cecil, known for his big smile and generous heart, was a lifelong member of Tree of Life Synagogue. He and his brother David were both killed during the attack, struck by gunfire in the main sanctuary near the entrance as the gunman stormed the building. Cecil loved greeting people, helping with services, and making everyone feel welcome. David Rosenthal, 54. David was the younger brother of Cecil, and the two were inseparable. Both were members of Tree of Life Synagogue, serving as greeters and helpers during services. They were shot near the front of the sanctuary when the gunman entered and opened fire. David was known for his kindness, politeness, and unwavering dedication to his congregation. Bernice Simon, 84. Bernice attended Tree of Life Synagogue faithfully with her husband, Sylvan. The couple sat together every Saturday morning, and both were killed during the attack. They were among those in the chapel area struck as the shooter moved through the building. Bernice had been a nurse and was known for her gentle spirit and lifelong devotion to family and faith. Sylvan Simon, 86. Sylvan was killed alongside his wife, Bernice, during the Tree of Life Synagogue shooting. The two had celebrated more than 6 decades of marriage. They were seated close together in the sanctuary when the shooting erupted. Friends described Sylvan as humble, loyal, and devoted to his family and community. Daniel Stein, 77. Daniel was a leader within the Tree of Life Synagogue congregation and often volunteered for synagogue events. He was killed in the basement area where the shooter moved after firing in the main sanctuary. Daniel was remembered as a family man and proud grandfather who always found time for his community. Melvin Wax, 88. Melvin was a retired accountant and a dedicated worshiper at Tree of Life Synagogue, often leading services when the rabbi was away. He was in the lower level of the building when the shooter attacked and was among those who died in the basement chapel. Melvin's friends described him as the kind of man who always arrived early, stayed late, and greeted everyone by name. Irving Younger, 69. Irving was serving as a greeter at Tree of Life Synagogue when the gunman entered. He was killed near the entrance as he welcomed congregants to morning services. Irving was known as a kind, outgoing man who made newcomers feel like family. His final moments were spent in the same spirit, at the doors of faith and friendship. Our mission is to remember every victim of mass violence, to preserve their names, their faces, and their stories, so they are never forgotten. If this tribute moved you, we invite you to join us in remembrance. Subscribe, share, and stand with all who support victims, survivors, and families rebuilding after tragedy.